What an ass. Okay, on to Leo. Something's the wrong direction there, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Two of Swords. If that was meant to come out before, that was about making a decision, Cancer. Okay, spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this final week of July 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Leo, first of all. The Ace of Swords. Okay, some sort of revelation, confession, clarity, the truth. What are you about to reveal, or what have you just realised? Wow, Leo, you are like not yourself at the moment. You're all up in your feels. You've got a lot of sadness, a lot of regret. You could be feeling really emotional at the moment, like over emotional. You could be grieving. You could be grieving for someone from your past, something that went down previously. It could be someone has passed away. I'm so sorry, condolences if that's happened, or it could be that you're grieving for the loss of, God forbid, a child, or you would grieve for people that are alive if they're living in different places around the world. You're still having to live your life without them in it, and that's very, very hard. Very, very hard. It's very challenging for you, this emotion at the moment. There could be guilt, there could be remorse, sadness. You could just feel grief-stricken. When I lived in another country, I would think about how I've given up, what I've sacrificed, the people that I love and care about are walking around somewhere else, like interacting with each other, you know, living day to day. They're good people, and yet here I am in another place, so far away. I can't just see them if I want to. I can't just drive to the house and turn up. I've given up time, and that's very, very, carry a lot of guilt for that, giving up time with people, with loved ones. usually when we grieve, it's because it's being taken from us and we had no choice because they've died or either became ill and they're not themselves anymore. There's a different kind of guilt that you live with when you live in another location to the ones that you love and care about. You have sacrificed time with them on this planet, in this, you only get one life, and they may as well be dead, because you're not benefiting from their knowledge, their skills, their wisdom, their care, their unconditional love. It can also make you feel very unsafe. Maybe you're doing well for yourself where you are, but if anything goes wrong, you don't have any backup. But mostly you just feel like you've forsaken everything that means something in life. I think that's why so many celebrities, they're globetrotting, but they have mental breakdowns because what's important isn't like likes or how many fans you've got or how much money you perceived to have. It doesn't mean anything if you haven't got time with the people that actually give a shit about you. What have you got? You're not rich, okay? So you're definitely bothered by something and you've definitely had some sort of breakthrough or thoughts about your situation, thoughts about the past. It's making you very emotional. You could realise that something has deeply affected you and you kind of just been a Leo about it and pushed through, like just fucking pushed on and pushed through and didn't really take time to look back because it wasn't comfortable. When you see lions, when you see proud lions like this, they have so many scars. They have so many battle wounds. You don't get to live to a great age without being galvanised, toughened, tempered. I feel like that's like the journey of all Leos, I think you have a lot of family wounds. Two of Pentacles, yeah. How do I manage my priorities? How do I get equilibrium? How do I get duality? This is the juggler. This is like the eternal battle between, a ship that's very, very large, strong, powerful, but slow. A ship that's very, very fast, nimble, but weak. It's this war, How do I strive to get equilibrium? Okay, so let's have a look at who's showing up for you, Leo. Okay, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. The Six of Cups reversed. Why does that have to be there? Sagittarius energy. The Temperance. The Eight of Pentacles, growth and expansion. The Two of Cups. Okay, so if we read from the back, see, the Ten of Pentacles you usually get from two people's incomes. The Six of Cups reversed is like the loss of a soulmate or the absence of a soulmate. Ten of Pentacles. See, I would say like someone's split up from a long-term relationship, someone that they viewed as a soulmate. Maybe they realised they really weren't a soulmate, or the soulmate just isn't there anymore. This person's, whoever this is that's showing up for you, they've still got prosperity, they've got wealth, they've got resources, they've got assets. But they're looking for love. They're looking for new love with the Two of Cups. They want to grow and expand. Okay, they've got goals, they've got ambition. Yeah, they have wealth, but they don't have love. They have pentacles, they don't have cups. It's a very stable person. They could be an earth sign. They could be a Sagittarius, because that temperance card is there, but they don't have to be. I just see a lot of focus on stability. They're very, very like driven to succeed financially, to be secure. They could be older. They don't have to be. But they want to be in love. Or they somehow have like a good business acumen or a good eye for opportunities, or like, do you know when someone's just destined to be abundant but they're like unlucky in love? It's something like that, guys. Like, yeah, this person feels unlucky. They feel a bit defeated. They're not sure like where their fate lies romance wise. It's making them feel a bit empty at the moment. It's a hard-working person, it's a busy person, but they don't have their soulmate. And it's making them a little bit doubtful, a little bit, yeah, it's disturbing them a little bit. Ten of Wands reverse, dropping the burdens. Ace of Wands, no desire for a rebirth. Queen of Swords, divorce that shit. Seven of Pentacles, reflection. Sun card reversed. Bit depressed maybe. The love is reversed, unrequited love. This person like heavily going over the past. They could be getting a divorce. They realise like, you know, their partner's not in love with them. They want security. They want to be genuinely in love. They want it to be mutual. You could be, Leo, you could be about to meet someone that is divorcing or separating or reflecting on divorce or separation. Let's get 3 cards for the outcome. I think you're both mature because you're showing up as a queen. They're showing up as a queen as well. Queen of Swords reversed. You're both in your feminine energy, and both like they could be a bit more cold and bitter. You could be a bit more, you know, kind of at the moment, which is quite unusual for you, very reflective, very watery, full of like emotion, you know, like I think you're both feeling low. Knight of Swords reversed. Someone needs to deliver a message urgently, but they're not going to. They're holding it in. Seven of Cups. Trying to get inspiration, okay? Starting with a blank canvas, trying to picture the future. What does it look like? The Star card reversed, unhealed. What was going on with this this person that doesn't have a soulmate? Teasing. Dangling partial truths, needing answers, shifting. Public image, worried about appearances, can't relax, conceited. Someone was like wealthy but emotionally unavailable. Could be that they tried to, you know, form a relationship with a boss, something that was taboo, something that was third party. Something that's taboo. This person, like, very concerned about public image, what people think, their ego, the status, the reputation, you know, so they would like tease this person about a future and then not give them one. Because what would people think if they actually did that? It's made this person feel very empty, very alone, very lack, you know, like they're not in control of their life. They realise, like, it's not, it can't grow, it can't go anywhere. If this person is going to be released from them and go towards Leo somehow, if it's someone new for Leo, when will it happen? Distract yourself from the waiting game. There's too much like shit that's gone down. There's too much like emotional repair that needs to happen at the moment. They could be a Gemini, they don't have to be. It's just like, it just points to like, it's not real love. It's not real love. Whether they were married to that person, because I keep saying that because the Ten of Pentacles is there, or whether they just wanted true love and this person was not available, this person was not accessible to them, like from their soul, you know, or like in a public kind of way, they can't build with them because it just wouldn't be acceptable at all. Okay. It's a no-go. I'll come and get it. Crap. Just online.
Oh, okay. Could you just make for us from tea?
Yeah.
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 Is it for
It's
the umbrella for the garden?
pardon? It's just the canvas because we don't want to have to throw the whole thing away. It's a shame.
Okay, yeah.
Do it like that. Oh, the births are coming at 6 o'clock. This morning, and we're going to some boys are getting 5 boys and they're bringing it to our house.
Oh, I thought you meant they were getting friends, like 5 boys. It's 5 guys, isn't it?
5 guys, isn't it? Right. So, there were 5 boys that was chocolate when I was little. I had a rows of boys' faces, some crying and some laughing. Anyway, yeah, they're going to the cinema and they said they want that food.
Okay, and then they're just going to spend
But
some
Laura would like fajitas.
Okay, yeah.
So
we're eating at
Laura
6.
was fajitas at 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like breakfast at Tiffany's, fajitas at 6. Okay, that was my essential oil arriving. Sorry everyone, that was chaotic. I'm doing the dinner tonight and my sister and my nephews are coming over, so I just need to know. My mum was letting me know the plan. Okay, yeah, look at this. We're waiting for inspiration, okay, and that comes when we've healed. Not healed at the moment. How can you express what you want if you are repressing the emotions, the feelings, the words? You may need to talk to someone about this to process your feelings. You may just need more time. Sometimes listening to other people's stories can help you like realize some things. You know, like there's a lot of really good YouTube videos and stuff like this, tarot. Let's keep digging on them. So your public image teasing. Did you hear like the conversation my mum was having with me? She thought the fast food place was 5 boys. It's 5 guys. It's like when my dad said 50% instead of 50 cents. Oh God, they're looping back round to being children again. When my mum was little, she thought the song went, "Sleep in heavenly peace." Sleep in heavenly peace. You know, when children just say stuff like, my nephew used to say mumblebees instead of bumblebees. It's dead cute. My parents do stuff like that now. Beyond compare, don't compare your love to anyone else. It's unique. Create space for personal growth and self-discovery. Yeah, this person's going to go through an ascension. They're going to realize like how much they're worth, what they want in life. They're going to be like a whole new person when by the time you meet them, Leo. Bank failure. Don't want to hear it. Oh dear. They could have been cut off financially by this person, or the person could be, you know, like really making bad decisions with money, but they've got some sort of reputation that they're trying to keep. So like some people are like heavily in debt, aren't they? Or like they've got gambling addictions, or they make poor investments with large amounts of money, and it's just like one disaster to the next. But they could be, some people are abusive with they're financially abusive. They control assets, control money. They stitch you up. They put things in your name when they're doing bad things with taxes or tax evasion, offshore accounts. They might wash money through your account. That's dirty money. Like, they might, cut off money as a punishment or something. Like, someone is sometimes as well, like people are really bad for like putting down their partner if their partner doesn't work, if they're a homemaker, whether they're male or female, or if they earn a lot less. Um, it's not nice. It's not nice to use that against someone or put someone down in that way. So sometimes when you divorce or separate, and the other person's being the main earner, it gives you like better self-esteem, a better like more equity within the next relationship. I certainly don't like, an imbalance anymore. I used to think I wanted that and I would actively look for that, and now I can't stand it because I just don't like any opportunity for someone to tell me like everything they think about me. Like, no, out you go. See you later. If someone is the main earner and they're going to tell you that you're a user, that you only want to be with them for what they've got, how do they like think of you to say things like that to you? Do you know what I mean? It's not the truth. So you don't want to be in a position where someone that used to really love you and appreciate you gets to turn around one day and just undo it all and use that as the excuse. That's the excuse every time. Do you know what I mean? So um nothing wrong with having that dynamic in a relationship as long as no one uses it against you at some point. And I do feel like men in particular, women can do it as well. But because of ego, like a lot of men love to point out how much they earn. You know what I mean? And I can't stand it because it's like, what about all the other shit that someone does in a relationship? You know what I mean? And they've always got that to turn and use on you if there's an imbalance. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I choose not to do that now. There are things I never got the chance to tell you. That's interesting because it says bank failure, don't want to hear it. There are things I never got the chance to tell you. Teasing, worried about appearances, evasive. Someone could have run up loads of debt or like tied up money and things that can't be released, or released money early, taking out equity against the house. Like, people do all kinds of mad shit. So we haven't got anything coming in like super soon, Leo, but it's for good reason. Okay, so whoever's been dealing with that, they're supposed to ascend. They're probably going to become more financially independent if it's about finances, and it seems like it heavily is. You're definitely trying to put some feelings and emotions to bed. You might have to, get some help with that. If it's something that stems back from something a long time ago, I would. Coming together, okay, so you're both in your like feminine energy, you and this one that's showing up in your reading for the future. I think that you ought to let people show up for you. Talk to friends, talk to anyone that you feel like really cares or gives a shit, that feels safe to be around, and express what's going on, because that helps you to heal. sometimes it's through bonding like that. It's can really like it can really be bonding for like friends. It can be really bonding for family. It can be bonding for co-workers. When you make yourself vulnerable and you open up, it's not always a good idea to do that with everyone, but sometimes you just get a feeling that someone's, maybe they open up to you first, and you just think, I just get a vibe that I can like really like trust this person, like emotionally intelligent. They're going to show up for me just when I need it. Right now, like, people enjoy being there for each other. Everything's going to come together when it's supposed to. Celery seed detoxifies and releases. We definitely need to do a bit of that on both sides. I think this is good advice for a cross watcher as well. You can put it in a diffuser. You can have celery seed as an ingredient in a cream or a lotion. You can take supplements of it, and you can cook with celery. Of course you can. You know that until you deal with what you're kind of suppressing, Leo, like, it's going to come up in your relationships over and over and over again. Like when you have like mother wounds or father wounds or abandonment issues, or you have like this fundamental belief that relationships do not last, that marriage does not work, there's something that you are projecting onto your relationships. And it's time to like get it all out. Do you know what I mean? Like an exorcism. Get it all out. Possibility. Focus your attention on what could go right. When you learn to imagine the best case scenario, you get to enjoy an experience twice. What? Oh, okay. So you enjoy, like, you imagine having it, and that gives you happiness. It's a bit like when you book a holiday, isn't it? Like, oh my God, the excitement you get from the countdown towards the holiday, especially like the longer the wait is, like the bigger the build up. Um, you get the benefit of it. You get to enjoy an experience twice when you learn to imagine the best case scenario. Okay, so drop the pessimism, drop the baggage, the issues. Picture a beautiful future with someone, okay, and you'll allow it to come in. You know that like self-fulfilling prophecy idea, like if you tell yourself every relationship fails, every person is a jackass at some point or a cheater at some point, every person gonna let you down, every person gonna use your money, every person's gonna like take your body for granted after a while. That's what you're gonna get, because you're gonna start settling or looking for like shitty opportunities, or just putting up with stuff, or you just will stay by yourself forever. You like need to regain your optimism about, you don't have to like live out generational curses, you don't have to assume the identity of like your past relationships, you don't have to live what's happened to other people like when you were growing up. Like, you can break the cycle, you can have a really positive experience, you can find a forever person and work together with them. Focus on what could go right. It's time to detoxify and release the past, okay? There is something in this world that only I can do. That is why I am here. Ooh. You're like an integral part of this puzzle that is life. You're an integral piece, and like if you were missing, that would affect like every, part of that puzzle. You're supposed to cooperate, you're supposed to be in tandem, you're supposed to be enmeshed with people. You are not supposed to be alone, okay? You are high value. I'm surrounded by love and positivity. I am capable of creating a life filled with joy and happiness. I'm confident in my decisions and my choices. I'm constantly growing and improving. I am grateful for the many blessings in my life. I choose to focus on the positive in every situation. You got so much like positive affirmations there. We've got focus twice. Best case scenario, focus on the positive in every situation, like look forward to a fantastic future. You're constantly growing and improving. You're capable of having a joy-filled life, okay? You are the one that's making decisions that better your situation, even if you've made bad ones previously. You get yourself out of stuff as well. People adore you. People see a lot of good in you. What do people adore about Leo? You've got a love of learning. I like learning new things wherever I go. Okay, so there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. You're not just what you look like. You're not just the things that you've done so far. You've got some kind of potential, some sort of thing that you are really uniquely good at that helps a lot of people, some sort of quality. Let's get you some life purpose cards. What's Leo's true life's purpose, please? It says, consider the career possibilities that are open to you. The answer that you're seeking involves going to school. Okay, so you could go and study. It does feel, look at this, it does feel like you're supposed to go and study something. Like as a mature student or a professional qualification. It doesn't have to be. something academic. You can qualify or train in something, okay? You don't have to just use like what you've got. You can invest into your future by paying for a course. Be open to some more education. More qualifications, more education. It can broaden your horizons, broaden your opportunities, throw you in different directions, open some different doors. All right, take care, Leo. I hope this resonates. I hope it was helpful. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. When I get 3,000 watch hours, I'll start to do, Q&As, like lives where you can ask me questions and I'll answer them for a super chat, and then make it cheap. Because there's just so many people that want it. It's like kind of, I'm not going to change how I do things, but I'll do it as an additional. I just think the main thing with tarot is to understand why we're all here and our individual journeys and the lessons we're being sent. Like, try to receive them and understand them and work with them, accept them. When you accept like certain missions that you're being given, you're rewarded like tenfold afterwards, you know? Like, if you're supposed to become more abundant financially by yourself, and you work on that and you stay out of relationships for a bit, you get rewarded. Maybe you're supposed to let yourself be romantic and believe in true love again, because you've always been cynical of it because of your childhood or something. Open your heart up, okay? Open to the idea that human beings aren't all fundamentally terrible, because they're not. And maybe you'll get rewarded financially or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, just accept whatever your mission is, whatever you're being sent on this planet to understand more of. The universe likes it when you respond to the things it's trying to tell you.